Bugs. Everyone has seen them. From mosquitoes sucking the fun out of hot summer days, or katydids raving it up at night, there is no doubt that these creepy crawlies have a reputation about them. But regardless of your feelings towards bugs in general, for this case, they prove to be a significant aid. On July 6, 2003, a woman named Joni Harper, along with her children and mother, would attend a Sunday morning church service. After leaving, they dined at a nearby restaurant and went home to nap before the evening service. Joni and her children were in one bedroom, while her mother was in another at the other end of the house. An intruder would then enter the rear bedroom through the backyard, armed with a .22 caliber pistol. On the following Tuesday, a friend named Kelsey Spann feared that something was wrong and went to check on the family. She went to the side door and unlocked it with a key Joni had given her, but the door was blocked by something on the other side. She walked around the house and tried a sliding glass door that was unlocked. Once inside, she walked to Joni's bedroom. At 7 a.m, a call was made to 911. When the police arrived, they witnessed the scene Kelsey gazed upon. Joni Harper was found face down on the bed. She was shot 3 times in the head, twice in the arm, and was stabbed 7 times. The 6-week-old Marshall Harper was found under a pillow beside his mother. He was shot in the back. 4-year-old Marquez Harper was found on the bed. He had a gunshot to the right of his head, and his eyes were open. One of his fingertips was bitten to the bone, to which it was concluded that he got so frightened when he saw the killer that he put his fingers in his mouth. The 2-year-old Lindsay Harper was found at the foot of her mother's bed, where she had been shot in the back. Ernestine Harper, Joni's mother, was found in the hallway. She had been shot twice in the face and had tried to confront the intruder with a pistol found next to her. Immediate suspicion was thrust upon a man named Vincent Brothers, the estranged husband of Joni Harper. Police tracked down Brothers at his mother's home in North Carolina in order to break the news about his family. He had left 4 days prior to the murder, and even though he was the only one suspected, the police could not disprove this alibi. A Bakersfield neighbor would eventually come forward to claim that they had spotted Vincent near the Harper home near the time of the murders. And rental records of a car that showed Brothers had rented in Ohio displayed that he put 5,400 miles on it, which was well enough to get from Ohio to California and back. Furthermore, an entomologist, Director Lynn Kimsey, had discovered certain bug parts from species that only reside west of the Rocky Mountains. They included a large grasshopper, a paper wasp, and 2 true bugs. Kimsey would point out that the large grasshopper is found in the Great Plains and the eastern slope of the Rockies. She also mentioned that the paper wasp territory is west of the 100th meridian, with California being its epicenter of abundance, and that the true bugs that were found only reside in Southern California, Arizona, and Utah. It was also mentioned that since the entomologists did not find any painted ladies or sulfur butterflies, the car had been driven at night. One of Vincent's alibis was some receipts for items purchased in North Carolina on the day of the murders. But this would prove to be obsolete, as it was found out that Vincent's brother, Melvin, had been using his card and forging his signature. Initially, Melvin lied when questioned about this, but later admitted to doing it at Vincent's urging. Vincent Brothers was a well-liked citizen in the Bakersfield, California area. He was a respected Christian family man with a bachelor's degree from Norfolk State University and a master's in education from California State University. In 1987, he became a substitute teacher and became vice principal in 1995 at Fremont Elementary. Joni and Vincent's relationship was not void of grievances, and when Joni had Marquez Juan in 1998, Vincent was not present for the birth. They married in 2000, although they separated a month later, and when Joni had Lindsay Michelle, he was again absent. The marriage was annulled in 2001, with the two both citing separate things. Joni citing fraud because she wasn't aware of Vincent's two marriages before their own, and Vincent citing irreconcilable differences. Despite this, though, family members and friends agreed that Joni was deeply in love with Vincent, and was willing to create a family in lieu of the twists and turns of their relationship. In 2003, baby Marshall was born, with brothers being present at the time, as well as Joni and Vincent being remarried the same year. Although suspicion was initially set on Vincent, he was not arrested until the April of 2004, and since the attention from the media was so intense, his trial was postponed to 2007. His trial began on February 22nd of that year. The prosecution alleged that Vincent's motive for the killings was greed, since he carried out extramarital relationships and wanted to free himself of the burden of caring for his growing family. On May 15, 2007, Vincent Brothers was found guilty of 5 counts of first-degree murder and a special circumstance of multiple murders. He was sentenced to death by lethal injection by Judge Michael Bush.
Years after he murdered his wife, mother-in-law, and 3 of his children, Vincent Brothers remains a subject of interest and revulsion. Brothers was featured last month on Oxygen.com, which ran a story on his case. And on January 7th, the state Supreme Court granted Brothers an extension to March 8th to file a supplemental opening brief for his appeal. In 2007, Brothers' trial drew national attention due to his standing in the community as an educator, the number of people killed, and the sheer brutality of the crime. Brothers was the well-liked vice principal of Fremont Elementary School when his wife, 2 sons, daughter, and mother-in-law were all fatally shot or stabbed back in July of 2003.
On the same day the judge made the ruling, September 28, 2007, one of the only surviving members of the family, Vincent's estranged daughter, Margaret Kern, who was 18, had denounced him in the courtroom. She stated that she was resigning from the Brothers family, and that as soon as she walked out of the room, she would forever be Margaret Kern. She said that her father was now just a man handcuffed to a chair. She spoke with teary eyes about her family members and revealed a suicide attempt when she was younger over being affected by her family's death. She credited her survival to her mother, who she claimed was determined not to have another one of her family members fall victim to Brothers, who stabbed and shot their relatives. She attended college in San Diego.